What's up guys, I'm randomfrankp. Today I have a video on two products from Massdrop and HiFiMAN that any audiophile on a budget will love. We have the $35 HiFiMAN RE-00 earbuds and then the HiFiMAN HE-350 headphones. I want to talk about these first and I'll give you a little backstory. In 2010, HiFiMAN released the HE-300 headphones, which is the first version of these, for $300. After some time, and despite these being a favorite amongst the audiophile community, they were actually discontinued. But recently, Massdrop in conjunction with HiFiMAN started talking to get the production going again to bring these back to consumers. After a ton of revisions and improvements, which I'll talk about in a little bit as we get on with this review, we now have the HiFiMAN and Massdrop HE-350s for only $99. Taking a look around the headphones themselves, they do have a pretty similar look to the 300s, but have made some favorable changes. The headphones are now a nice black and space gray color that I think looks nice and sleek. The headband is designed for great comfort, as the actual band of faux leather is what's going to be resting on your head. Then we have the top, which is going to act as support. There are tactile clicks for adjusting the headband, which is going to lower that leather band on your head. Moving down, the yoke is a solid plastic instead of metal, which we had in the past. This is going to keep the cost down and the overall weight of the headphones down as well. The ear cups allow for a 360-degree swivel, and they rotate 180 degrees on the yoke for fitting best on your head. They can lay down flat and stuff like that. We have 80mm dynamic drivers with an open back grill design, which I am personally a fan of when it comes to headphones, and the two cables which plug into each driver have also been improved to a 2.5mm breakaway headphone jack. So let's get into my overall opinion and experience with these. At 50 ohms, honestly, you don't really need an amp to power them, which is good. Plugging them into your phone or even something like your laptop is certainly going to give you outstanding quality alone. However, if you do have a good amp, you will of course benefit from that as well. But just using them without one, the audio quality was phenomenal. Now, due to this open back design, that means you're going to naturally have a lot of sound leakage since the large drivers there on the side are exposed. But as I mentioned, I am a fan of this. This is going to overall widen the soundstage, and the best way to describe this to people is instead of having it sound like you are wearing headphones and that they're projecting music into your ears, open back sounds like you're in the room with the band playing the song or you're at a concert. It is a truly unique listening experience versus closed back, and is why I've always preferred them. And with these, I wouldn't say the soundstage is necessarily as wide as other open back headphones, but they still do offer superior sound quality over headphones I've tried that are around 3 times the price even. So taking a look at the frequency graph here, this will really tell the story and show the improvements they've made to these new drivers inside. In the past, the 300s were kind of known for being rather fun, if you will, and not as neutral sounding. These are slightly more neutral, as you'll see, which is going to make the song sound how it was recorded and intended to sound. I would also label these as a warm pair of headphones, meaning that the sound signature is more on the warm side, which again, I much prefer. And I always thought headphones that weren't as warm always kind of had this metallic sparkle kind of sound to them, which I don't care for. So these are doing all the right things for me. Then analyzing things like bass, I thought these did a great job replicating the lows. There was absolutely zero driver rattling at all, and that's going to give you a nice punch as well. And with these, you'll definitely hear things in songs you never heard before, and it really comes to life. Ambient sounds in the background of songs had me pretty much re-listening to my favorite tracks just to hear them again, and it was kind of like hearing them for the first time, if that makes sense. One song I always listen to when I'm testing headphones is a track called Eyes Open from 5-1. That song goes through all the frequency ranges throughout. There's tons of ambient sounds in the background. It's a really unique song that I like, but these again just gave that song extra life. But keep in mind, I mentioned they are open back, so people around you will hear what you're listening to as well. I think overall, they're pretty comfortable. The headband does allow for zero stress on your head when you're wearing them. I wore these for about 12 hours straight the other day, for the most part just re-listening to old albums, and not once did they bother me. I would, however, recommend placing them on a headphone stand overnight when you first get them, just to break them in, because when I got them, the ear cup tension here was kind of tight, so keep that in mind. To wrapping this up, I was definitely blown away at how good these sound. we're getting a $300 pair of headphones with great improvements, this time for only $99. That's going to make any audiophile happy, and anyone on a budget can definitely consider these over other headphones in the market right now. I'll even come out and straight up admit that these blow the Audio-Technica M50X headphones out of the water. Yeah, while the M50X might look more modern, they can fold up, and they're more known to the general public, these sound much, much better, and they're cheaper. You can't go wrong here. So now let's switch gears, and we'll talk about the Massdrop and HiFiMAN RE-00 earbuds. Hands down the best sounding earbuds out there for this price point, of only $35. Pretty similar story here again. HiFiMAN released these in 2007 for $170, another favorite among the community, but they were discontinued. So Massdrop approached HiFiMAN for a reboot, and here we have the RE-00 earbuds with some welcome changes and a huge price cut. Some improvements this time around are the cable for greater durability, which is always a good thing, and improved microphonics, which is that noise you hear when the cable is rubbing up against something like your shirt or your jacket. And that could honestly completely kill your listening experience, so I'm happy that's improved. And we also have a braided cable this time around down from the split. So first off, included with these, you get 2 pairs of silicone ear tips, plus a carrying case for transportation back and forth. Taking a look at them, I think visually they do look nice. They're very sleek and they have this neural texture around the housing. But honestly, I haven't tested many high-end IEMs in the past. I've used, cheap Amazon ones, the Apple earbuds, and just random no-name ones for like $25 and under. They'd always get the job done for me. However, for a few bucks more at $35, these are incredible. It's like you're getting full headphone sound quality out of these, but only those 9mm drivers on the inside. Much again like with the 350s, we have a very neutral sound, slightly warm, very smooth sounding overall, but the tonal balance on these is insanely flat, which means no matter what genre you'll be listening to, it will sound great. There's no favoring certain sound signatures. Overall, just great sound quality. So if you're someone who can go from listening to like hardcore rap to death metal to slow jazz to house music, you in particular will be a fan of these. If I had to pick an area where these kind of shine and perform the best, it would be in the mids to the highs for sure. Very high quality, not exaggerated, and I feel like I'm using a lot of bloat words here, I know, but I'm just trying to describe my experience with these to you guys so you can understand it the best. Now, again, I don't have much experience when it comes to comparing these to other earbuds, but I am just shocked at how good these sound for that low price point. I know music is one of the most subjective things out there when it comes to someone's preference on how something sounds versus something else, but there is no doubt in my mind that these RE-00 earbuds for $35 and then the HiFiMAN HE-350s for $99 are the best option hands down for anyone. Whether you're an audiophile or someone looking to get the best bang for your buck, these come out on top and I would definitely recommend them. They are absolutely outstanding products. If you want to check them out, I'll put the links in the description down below for you. You can pick them up on Massdrop. Well guys, that's going to do it for my review. I hope you enjoyed, and if this helped you out and you liked the video, please give it a big thumbs up to show your support. If you have any questions, feel free to comment down below or follow me and hit me up on Twitter at randomfrankp. And lastly, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. You're not going to want to miss out on any tech reviews I got coming up real soon. Well, I'm Random Frank P. Hope you enjoyed. Have a good day.